Hello and welcome. I'm Ravi Mishra and you're watching News 9 Live. Let's start with some national and international stories. In a deeply distressing incident in Ujjain, a 12-year-old girl who had been brutally assaulted walked a harrowing 8 kilometers, knocking on the doors in desperate need of help, only to be heartbreakingly ignored by the residents. The shocking CCTV footage of her ordeal, where she was found semi-nude and bleeding, has shaken the conscience of many after it was circulated widely on social media. The survivor is now receiving care in an Indore hospital. The crime has sparked outrage and calls for a justice. A suspect is in custody and a special investigation team is on the hunt for predator. The incident has also sparked political controversy with criticism of the state's law and order by the Congress and Trinamool Congress. So now there is a political voice has also come into the issue. You can see how the Congress and Trinamool Congress is protesting against the law and order situation in the state. It's a heartbreaking incident that has taken place. People are shocked. The video is viral, and whosoever is getting this video is appalled and in a deep shock after watching this horrific incident.
मैं तो पूछना चाहता हूं अपने भाइयों और बहनों से, समाज के भाइयों और बहनों से, कि आप लोगों को क्या हो गया? आप में दिल में कोई रहम नहीं है, आपके ममता नहीं है आपके दिल में, कि एक बच्ची जो सड़क पे चल रही है और उसके साथ ऐसा हादसा हुआ है, तो आप कोई मदद नहीं कर सकते? हमारे समाज को क्या हो गया? इतनी घृणा, इतनी नफरत सही काम करने में।
उज्जैन जिले के थाना महाकाल अंतर्गत हुए घटनाक्रम जो कि 25 तारीख को पुलिस को सूचना प्राप्त हुई थी। इसमें जैसे ही सूचना प्राप्त हुई थी, बच्ची का तुरंत मेडिकल कराया गया था, और क्योंकि बच्ची बता पाने में सक्षम नहीं थी वो कहाँ से थी, तो इसके लिए एक काउंसलर भी स्पेशली बुलाया गया था, जिसने बहुत ही अच्छे से बात करके काफ़ी जो अहम पहलू थे वो निकाले। मेडिकल के आधार पे इसमें कायमी की गई और कायमी के बाद एक एसआईटी गठित की गई। आसपास शहर के जितने भी टेक्निकल साक्ष्य हम लोग संकलित कर सकते थे वो हमने किए, जिसके आधार पे प्रमुख तौर पे एक ऑटो चालक को अभिरक्षा में लिया गया। उससे जब पूछताछ हुई, पूछताछ में कुछ महत्वपूर्ण तथ्य सामने आए, जिसमें प्रमुख तौर पे जो बैक सीट है उसमें कुछ ब्लड स्टेन्स पाए गए, और पूछताछ के दौरान उसने बताया कि घटना दिनांक को, घटना समय पे वो जो फरियादिया है या जो बच्ची है उसके साथ वो था। इसके बाद भी बाकी भी उसको बैक ट्रैक हम लोगों ने किया, और अभी तक की जानकारी में ये पता लग गया है कि बच्ची कहाँ की है, और बच्ची सतना की है, और वहाँ पे एक कायमी थी जो कम्युनिकेट की गई है। इसमें जो उसकी गुम होने की तारीख है वो घटना से सिर्फ एक दिन पहले की है। तो इसमें जो लगभग टेक्निकल और जो परिस्थितिजन्य साक्ष्य सब एकत्रित हो गए हैं, और जल्दी इसमें बाकी खुलासे भी किए जाएंगे।
ये समाज में गिरती हुई संवेदनशीलता के स्तर को बताता है। कानून में ये प्रावधान है कि अगर कोई पॉक्सो विक्टिम है या कोई ऐसा बच्चा है जो पॉक्सो का विक्टिम बन सकता है, वो किसी प्रेडेटर का शिकार हो सकता है, तो उस तरीके की स्थिति में किसी भी नागरिक का ये कानून के द्वारा उल्लिखित एक कर्तव्य है कि उसको इस घटना की जानकारी पुलिस को देनी होगी। इस मामले में जिन लोगों ने ऐसा किया है वो निंदनीय है, भर्त्सनीय है, और जिन लोगों के बारे में पता चले डेफिनेटली पुलिस को उनके अगेंस्ट एक्शन लेना चाहिए। फिलहाल इस बच्ची की वेलबींग को लेके हम डीएम को लिख रहे हैं, उसकी मेडिकल स्टेटस की रिपोर्ट मांग रहे हैं, और उसकी सोशल इन्वेस्टिगेशन, इंडिविजुअल केयर प्लान इत्यादि की जानकारी मांग रहे हैं। एसपी को हमने लिखा है, हमने एफआईआर की कॉपी, बच्चे के स्टेटमेंट की कॉपी और घटना का ब्यौरा एसपी से आहूत किया। देखिए, हमको समाचार पत्रों के माध्यम से जानकारी मिली, फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेज से पता चला कि फिर उसको किसी साधुओं ने बचाया। कुछ लोग कहना है कि एक वृद्ध महिला मंदिर से आ रही थी, उन्होंने उसकी सूचना दी, और कुल मिला के अभी तक जो समाचार पत्रों में प्रकाशित जानकारी हमारे पास है, हमने उस आधार पर नोटिस मध्य प्रदेश सरकार को किया है। जब जवाब उनका आएगा तो हम आपको उस जानकारी से अद्यतन कर पाएंगे।
स्वास्थ्य उसका स्थिर है, ठीक है, पूरे इलाज की चिंता की जा रही है, इलाज चल भी रहा है। उज्जैन की प्रतीत नहीं हो रही है वो बच्ची बाहर की प्रतीत हो रही है, क्योंकि वो ठीक तरह से बता नहीं पा रही है अभी, इसलिए काउंसलर लगाए गए हैं, चाइल्ड स्पेशलिस्ट लगाए गए हैं कि वो ठीक तरह से जवाब दे दें।
अभी खतरे से बाहर है?
बिल्कुल
सर, उसकी माँ का कुछ पता चल पाया है?
अभी वो ठीक तरह से जवाब दे नहीं पा रही है बच्ची, और इसलिए मैंने बताया कि स्पेशलिस्ट और काउंसलर दोनों ही लगाए गए।
So you heard the Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh. He was saying that matter is under investigation and everything is being done in this case. But the question about the sensitivity of the society and the law, it is being raised by the opposition Congress party, Trinamool Congress. On the other hand, it's also a question about those people, who were called by the girl for help, but she didn't get the help. That is a question. I have my colleague Neha in the studio. Neha, I think it's a time to rethink about the sensitivity of the society. Why it's happening again? We have law, we have police, we have a legal remedy for such kind of cases, but still it's happening. It's so horrific.
I mean, horrific doesn't even cover it, to be honest, Ravi. Just take a look at what exactly has happened. If you dig deeper and just, kind of read about the details, the horrific details that have come out, that girl walked for 8 kilometers. It was 8 kilometer walk that she had to undertake. She was raped, she was bleeding, she was semi-naked. She was, forget about people helping, that 12-year-old child. Some reports also are indicating that, she may have been 15 years old or whatever, those confirmation will get later. But there is a girl who has been raped and she has taken the 8-kilometer walk of horror. Just imagine how many houses she must have, knocked for help.
Definitely.
How desperate would that poor girl would have been, just hoping that if you do not want to, kind of step forward, help her, do you not have any kind of humanity, left in you to even at least give her a piece of cloth to cover her? By the time she, covered those 8 kilometers, she reaches a spot, she reaches, where there is an ashram. Then a fellow who's just about to leave for Gurukul spots her. And then, he kind of tries to speak to her and she's so devastated, so horrified that she's not even able to open up to him. And, then he tells her that he's there to help. He gives her some money, he gives her some clothes, and he just tries to speak to her, but she's unable to speak. Her eyes are swollen, she's bleeding. And then he calls the police. He hands over 100 rupees or, whatever, 150 rupees to her and says that, gives her water to drink. What exactly happened during those 8 kilometers is something to think about. It's something that, why are we as a society failing every single moment? Now we have seen social media, how social media has been fuming over what has happened to this.
But why every time it is after the incident? Why people are discussing, talking about, and then they are looking for the right word to express the entire incident.
That is what I'm talking about, that on social media we are quick enough to express our outrage and say that whatever has happened should not has happened, it's unfortunate. But it is the very same people in the city of Ujjain, those people would be sitting inside their houses and quick enough to tweet, whatever has happened is very unfortunate, should not have happened. But why couldn't the very same people come forward and help that girl? Forget about helping. Why? My question is only this: she has walked for 8 kilometers. Why couldn't anyone?
But this is also a question of law and order. 8 kilometers and no policemen.
Of course, it is a question of law and order. It is a complete failure of law and order, but
because
also
Ujjain is not that big city, and
right.
I think 8 kilometer is a distance which can be covered by police in any city, not just Ujjain.
Well,
so what happened? This is a valid question, I think.
Absolutely, this is a very valid question, and we're still waiting for the police to respond to it. And there appears that there are still, the police seems to have given a certain statement which which many people are saying does not go with the facts. But all of that is still under investigation, and we'll only get to know what exactly has happened as more and more details come out. But again, I am trying to take you back to the humanitarian aspect of it. On one side, we're talking about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. We're talking about Nari Shakti. We're talking about empowering women. On the other side, there is this 12-year-old child who has been raped, who's bleeding, and nobody stepped forward for her help. What does it tell us? You know, this case also takes us back to 2012 when Nirbhaya case happened. Yeah. We were quick enough to jump on the streets. You know, national capital was rocked by protests. There were protests happening in almost every state. And at that time, again, you know, we said that enough is enough. This is, women are not objects. They should not.
Do you think these are the questions of the post-incident?
That is exactly.
What about the pre-incident? Where is the fear of law?
Fear of law is, of course, you know, it's that aspect.
If there would be a fear of law, this couldn't be like
of course.
this.
That goes without saying. I mean, you know, there are, for example, you know, there are, I'm not saying that this is a stray incident, but seldom is it seen that a horrific incident of this nature comes forth, or, you know, we see something of this sort happens. See, it's like, गलती तो है, गुनाह भी है, सजा भी मिलेगी, लेकिन इन सब बीच में क्या हुआ है? That girl was raped, one auto driver has been arrested, many other suspects, I think 2 or 3 suspects have also been taken into custody. They're also being questioned. Sooner or later, you know, there will be arrests made, whether it was a law and order failure, what did the police statement really say, what exactly happened. We'll get to know about all of these details, you know, as the case further develops, as we kind of, you know, as we get to know about the details. But here the question is that, you know, why are we also, you know, kind of, where is empathy? Where is kindness? And, you know, I'm again at the risk of sounding repetitive. Where is humanity? Where is the, you know, today it is that 12-year-old girl. Tomorrow it could be anyone. Are we going to also turn a blind eye towards that girl? Are we going to beat a girl, beat a boy?
And if such incidents are happening, taking place again and again, it means that we are learning nothing.
We are learning nothing. Of course, we are learning nothing, and it also tells a lot about the state government machinery, the state police, and, you know, a lot, like you rightly mentioned, the law and order state as well. Ravi, this is something that is horrific. It is very unfortunate. It definitely should not have happened. And, you know, I mean, this just kind of, you know, takes away the belief that you have that somewhere humanity still exists.
It's a heart-wrenching,
absolutely. It's a
heart-wrenching story. And of course, questions are before the government, the administrative machinery, and as well as before the society. Thank you, Neha. Let's move to the next story. The 22nd Law Commission in its report has opposed reducing the minimum age of consent from 18 to 16. The recommendations comes over raging debate on criminalization of adolescent sex under POSCO Act. The POSCO Act 2012 criminalizes all sexual activities for those under 18. Even if there is consent between the two minors, the minimum age of consent for sexual intercourse was raised from 16 to 18 years in November 2012. In the recent past, the higher judiciary as well as civil society organizations had raised concerns over the criminalization of the consensual relationship between adolescents, raising concerns over the rise in the numbers of cases under the POSCO Act, where consenting adolescent engaging in sexual activities. The Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, urged the legislature to review the age of consent under the 2012 Act. So it was an issue, and as we have mentioned that the Chief Justice of India also asked for the consideration, but it seems that there are a lot of other concerns about changing the age of consent, like from 18 to 16. That could be increase the cases under the POSCO Act, and that is the main concern. As it is said that this 22nd Law Commission in its report has opposed reducing the age, because the minimum age is right now is 18, and if it is reduced to 16, the cases could be increased, and that would be another problem, that would be another impact. But on the other hand, many advocates of this thought are saying that it should be reduced to 16. So there is an issue in the debate that some people are saying that this age of consent should be reduced to 16. The impact of the possible impact of reducing this age of consent is, as people have their opinion, their concern, that this can increase the cases, and that will be another problem for law enforcement agencies. However, right now the situation right now the thing is, Law Commission has opposed reducing the minimum age of consent from 18 to 16 in its recommendation, and as I said, the POCSO Act 2012 criminalizes all the sexual activities for those under 18, even if there is consent between the two minors. The minimum age of consent for sexual intercourse was raised from 16 to 18 years in November 2012. In the recent past, the higher judiciary has, as well as civil society organizations, has raised concern over the criminalization of consensual relationship between adults.
We have finalized the report on POCSO Act, and the other report we have finalized with respect to online FIR.
And we submitted the report. Will be
report
released today?
Report we have finalized, and we have sent it to the Law Ministry.
So on both the agendas,
Both
the
the-
meeting happened, but on the third agenda, one nation, one poll.
One nation, one election. We found that some more work is required to be done, and we are still in the process of finalizing the report.
उज्जैन में एक 12 साल की लड़की के साथ बर्बरता से रेप करा गया। लड़की निर्वस्त्र अवस्था में 8 किलोमीटर तक 2.5 घंटे तक।
Moving to the next story, in another revelation, the son of prominent Sikh community leader Hardeep Singh Nijjar has disclosed that his father maintained regular contact with Canadian intelligence officers in the months of leading up to his killing in British Columbia in June. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau informed the House of Commons about this case, which he says he is credibly linked to India. India has denied the absurd claims, calling for more evidences to be put out. Balraj Singh Nijjar shared that his father has been engaging with officers from the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, meeting them once or twice in a week. Additionally, Balraj Singh Nijjar revealed that he himself attended a meeting between his father and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in previous year, during which they were made aware of threats against Hardeep Singh Nijjar's life. As a precautionary measure, he was advised to stay at home. And now it's a new revelation by his son, and there were threats of his life, and he was aware about that. He was in contact with Canadian intelligence agencies despite he was killed, and this is a new revelation, and it is also establishing that it was under the knowledge of Canadian authorities that his life is under threat. His son has claimed this. Even in additional information, there are claims that he urged for some bulletproof shields for him. He asked for extra security, but he was denied initially. And right now his son is confirming this news that he was in contact with the Canadian agencies.
No, not in that meeting. It was that was not a bilateral meeting. It was a meeting of a number of countries, and it did not come up in that meeting. But we have engaged with our Indian counterparts on this issue and urged them to fully cooperate with the Canadian investigation. I don't want to preview the conversations he will have in that meeting, but as we've made clear, we've raised this. We have engaged with our Indian counterparts on this and encouraged them to cooperate with the Canadian investigation, and we continue to encourage them to cooperate.
The engagement you had with the Indians, do you see sense of cooperation from them?
I'm not going to speak to our private diplomatic conversations.
एसजीपीसी ने अपनी अंतरिम कमेटी में बता दिया है कि एक देश का प्रधानमंत्री अपनी पार्लियामेंट में अपने सभी जो साथी हैं और उसके जो ऑपोजिशन है उनके साथ में बैठ के जो बात कहे उसका अर्थ बड़ा डूंघाई पर होता है। उस बात के लिए काफी चिंता है। और दूसरी बात जो बात सामने आ रही है, हर रोज नई सवेर जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन का जो उसका निशाना है, वो जो एजेंसी वाली बात की है हिंदुस्तान में उसके साथ आ रहा है। और देखो कितनी बड़ी बात है कि हम तो ये कह रहे थे कि अमेरिका उनके साथ नहीं है, फलाना उनके साथ नहीं है, और आज देख रहे हैं कि जो अमेरिका के एंटनी ब्लिंकन है, जो एंटनी ब्लिंकन, उनका भी बयान आया है। उन्होंने बोला है कि ये सभी जांच जो है, जो मिस्टर ट्रूडो ने बोला है, ये काफी बात गंभीर है, और उसने बोला कि हिंदुस्तान को इस जांच में वो सहयोग करें।
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar is in Washington, D.C. and will be engaging with a number of delegates. Jaishankar-Blinken meet will be held amid the ongoing diplomatic crisis between India and Canada. Apart from Blinken, Jaishankar will also meet U.S. Trade Representative Ambassador Catherine Tai, White House officials, member of the U.S. administration, business leaders and think tanks. Although officials from both sides were silent about the agenda of the meeting, the diplomatic crisis between its traditional ally Canada and India is expected to come up prominently during the talks. So it's a very important and crucial timing for this visit in America, when India and Canada are under some stressful time of relationship, and both countries are American allies, good friends. So it is expected that in these meetings and in this visit, this subject will be raised. The issue of Canada and India will be talked about, and American authorities or delegates may try to resolve the issue with the dialogue. And American authorities have also appealed both of the countries to resolve the issue with the cooperation. Both sides should cooperate in the investigation to find out what is the reality behind those allegations and the incidents. And the big show at 10 p.m. today, Duologue, TV9 MD and CEO Barun Das in candid conversation with business tycoon and philanthropist Narayan Murthy and Sudha Murthy.
Mr. Murthy, 25% of our population is below the age of 15. How do we make them involved in this growth story?
The leadership at all levels, in the country, they have to embrace good values, but it will still take some time.
I think we are not nurturing and leveraging 50% of our strength, which are the women.
Yeah, one of them has to step down and do that.
If you had donned the seat of chairman, maybe by now Oxford or Cambridge would have had chairwoman as a legitimate English word.
Duologue with Barun Das, featuring N.R. Narayanamurthy and Sudha Murthy. World premiere on Connected TV. Tonight at 10. Only on News9 Live. India's first and only digital exclusive English news stream for Connected TV. Supported by Alliance Broadband.
Let's talk about Justin Trudeau's recent statement. Canadian PM Justin Trudeau has issued a formal apology following a controversial incident in the House of Commons involving the Speaker of House Anthony Rota, who praised the Nazi veteran Yaroslav while Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was present. Trudeau expressed deep regret and revealed that Ottawa had initiated diplomatic channels to apologize to Kyiv and President Zelensky. Trudeau emphasized the gravity of situation, stating, "For all of us who were present have unknowingly recognized this individual as a terrible mistake and a violation of the memory of those who suffered grievously at the hands of Nazi regime." However, the official opposition conservative argue that Trudeau bears ultimate responsibility as he had invited President Zelensky to address the Canadian Parliament, and they accuse him for negligence. Anthony Rota, who openly acknowledged Yaroslav as a hero during the session last Friday, resigned from his position as Speaker of the Chamber on Tuesday, taking full responsibility for incident. Hunaka, aged 98, was a Polish-born Ukrainian who had served in one of Adolf Hitler's Waffen-SS unit during the World War II before immigrating to Canada. This situation has been proved difficult for Trudeau. Now Trudeau has apologized for the entire episode and he is being questioned. He is again in controversy because of this issue. Let's talk about the Kerala controversy. Kerala Governor Arif Muhammad Khan has slammed the state for spending 40 lakhs for seeking legal advice for rollover bills. He said that the state government paid 40 lakhs to a senior lawyer in Delhi at a time when state is passing through severe financial crisis. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan on Wednesday had slammed Governor Arif Muhammad Khan for refusing to sign the bills passed by the State Assembly. There are 8 bills pending with the governor and 3 of them have been lying there for 1 year and 10 months. Meanwhile, the Kerala governor said that he will not succumb to the threats made by the Chief Minister. Welcome the government's plan to move the apex court, he said.
They have any confusion in their mind, then it will be cleared. Who has informed you? That is a different thing. Going to the Supreme Court, has he announced it? Where? Where? In Trivandrum? It's very good. If that is the position, if they have some confusion in their mind, there was some confusion in the mind of the Telangana government, that was cleared. If they have some confusion, it will also be cleared.
So it's another episode of conflict between the government and the governor. The Punjab police arrested Congress MLA Sukhpal Singh Khera in an NDPS case. The arrest followed raids at his bungalow in Chandigarh. Officials from the Jalalabad police station raided Khera's Sector 5 residence early in the morning in connection with an old case that was registered against Sukhpal Singh Khera. Khera went live on Facebook during the raids and it showed the lawmaker in a heated argument with the police. In the live video recorded by one of his family members, Khera can be heard asking the police for warrant and inquiring about the reason for his arrest. Meanwhile, the Punjab Congress delegation is expected to meet Punjab Governor on the arrest of Sukhpal Khera at 6 p.m. This is the video when Khera was being arrested and he was arguing with the police staff. And this entire video was on Facebook. It was recorded by his one of the family members and it was shown on social media. You can see how police is trying to arrest him and he is opposing police staff and trying to raise his voice, trying to ask the policeman what is the ground of his arrest. You can see the Khera is on live video and he is trying to push the police officers and police staff and raising his voice and accusing police for this behavior.
ऐसा है, ये प्योर बदलाखोरी है। पंजाब में भगवंत मान हमारी ऑपोजिशन को जर नहीं पा रहे। एक तरफ केजरीवाल और भगवंत मान इंडिया अलायंस के अंदर घुसने के लिए हमारी दिल्ली की लीडरशिप के ऊपर बहुत दबाव डालते हैं और यहाँ पंजाब में कांग्रेस को मार्जिनलाइज करने के लिए, आवाज़ बंद करने के लिए ऐसी गंदी हरकत की है आज। जो ये बोलते थे ना कि बदलाव की राजनीति कर रही है, बदलाव नहीं है, ये बदला है। इस केस, ये पुराना केस है 2015 का, FIR नंबर 35 NDPS की है, बड़ा सीरियस केस है और इस केस में 8-9 साल के बाद मेरे को आज नामजद कर दिया। जबकि इसी केस को लेकर के जब मेरे को कोर्ट ने तलब किया था 2017 में, ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया एंड 5 जजेस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बेंच हैज रूल्ड इन माय फेवर कि ये जो समनिंग है फाजिलका की कोर्ट को FIR नंबर 35 जिसमें आप मेरे को अरेस्ट कर रहे हैं, इसकी समनिंग क्वॉश की हुई है सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने और उसके आधार के ऊपर हम हाई कोर्ट पहुंचे हैं। हाई कोर्ट ने सारी FIR की प्रोसीडिंग्स को, PMLA ED की प्रोसीडिंग्स को क्वॉश के लिए 6 अक्टूबर हाई कोर्ट में डेट रखी हुई है और यही FIR को ED ने उठाया 2021 में, यही FIR, क्योंकि वो शेड्यूल्ड डिफेंस उठाते हैं। इसी FIR में मेरे को अरेस्ट किया, इसी FIR में मेरे को 80 दिन पटियाला जेल में रखा, इसी FIR में मेरे को हाई कोर्ट के ऑनरेबल जज साहब ने डिटेल्ड ऑर्डर रेगुलर बेल दी। तो क्या आप एक ऑफेंस को लेकर के दोबारा अटैक करेंगे अपने विरोधियों के ऊपर? ये भगवंत मान, अमन अरोड़ा, कुलतार संधवा, इस FIR के जब मैंने कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह के खिलाफ जो राणे गुरजीत को वहां से निकलवाया था कैबिनेट से, रेत माफिया मिनिस्टर को, ये मेरे साथ बैठते थे ये लोग कि हमारे लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन के खिलाफ FIR 30 में बहुत ज्यादा पॉलिटिकल विक्टिमाइजेशन, और अब उसी FIR को उठा करके मेरे खिलाफ यूज कर रहे हैं। जबकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मेरे रूल में फेवर किया। ED के केस में मेरे को रेगुलर बेल मिली है। ये तो भगवंत मान जैसे खून का प्यासा है। एंड लेट मी टेल यू आर द रिस्पॉन्सिबल मीडिया हियर, आई विल नॉट बी सरप्राइज्ड इफ ही गेट्स मी फिजिकली एलिमिनेटेड ऑल्सो। आई एम फुली, लेट मी टेल यू, बिकॉज जिस तरह का ये खून का प्यासा हो गया झूठे केसों के ऊपर दोबारा, ये चौथा केस है मेरे खिलाफ भगवंत मान की तरफ से।
पंजाब के CM भगवंत मान का शराबी चेहरा और उनकी पार्टी को बेनकाब किया सुखपाल सिंह खेरा ने। पंजाब में किसी के साथ भी कभी कोई धक्का होया या सरकारी, जैसे आज हमारे साथ हुआ है, या किसी ड्रग्स ओवरडोज करके किसी की डेथ हुई तो सुखपाल सिंह खेरा ने वहां पे जाके उनका साथ दिया, उनका समर्थन किया। यस, करेक्ट। एक NRI दी कोठी दे जब कब्जा हुआ, आप सब जानते हैं उन्होंने कैसे एक NRI परिवार को उनका हक दिलाया। जब पंजाब में रह के आप पंजाबियत और सिखों की बात करोगे, सरकारों के खिलाफ बोलोगे, तो उसका ये सरकार आपको मेडल देती है। मैं पर्चा नहीं मानता। ये पिछले 5 सालों में मेरे फादर की दूसरी अरेस्ट है, तो ये सच बोलने का नतीजा है।
कौन सा मामला है जिसमें बताया जा रहा है कि अरेस्ट किया गया है उनको?
ये एक 2015 की पुरानी FIR को इस्तेमाल किया गया है। उसी FIR में हमें कोर्ट ने हमें समन किया था। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हमने उस ऑर्डर को चैलेंज किया, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उस ऑर्डर को क्वॉश किया। आज किसी ने मेरे को बताया कि जी गुरदेव सिंह की स्टेटमेंट, गुरदेव सिंह को तो अरेस्ट हुए 8 साल हो गए, 10 साल की सजा, 20 साल की सजा में से वो 8 साल काट चुका है। उसका बयान 2015 में लिया गया और उसके बयान को चलते आज 2018 में अरेस्ट किया गया। बड़ी हैरानी वाली बात है। जो कानून है वो सबके लिए बराबर है। पहले हम रिमांड डिपोज करेंगे, उसके बाद रेगुलर बेल में जाएंगे और उसके बाद जब हमें हाईकोर्ट जहां तक जाना लड़ना पाया, हम लड़ाई लड़ेंगे। इनको अगर लगता है कि हमें हमारे खिलाफ पर्चा दर्ज करा के हमें डरा के धमका के बिठाया जा सकता है, तो वो गलत है। वो सुखपाल खेरा को जानते नहीं।
आज सवेरे एक बहुत ही, मैं समझना, निंदनयोग पंजाब पुलिस ने एक वारदात की है, कार्रवाई की है कि साडे किसान विंग दे चेयरमैन, साडी पार्टी दे नेशनल सुखपाल सिंह खेरा ने साडे MLA नूं उन्हां दे घरों जाके सवेरे 6 बजे गिरफ्तार कर लिया। मेरे वीरों ते भराओ, सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਫਸੋਸ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਅਰੈਸਟ ਵਾਰੰਟਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ। दूसरी गल मैनूं बहुत अफसोस है यूटी पुलिस उत्ते, क्योंकि यूटी जिहड़ी है इहदे उत्ते पंजाब पुलिस डायरैक्टली किसी के घर को एंटर नहीं कर सकती। जो कानून कहता है कि पहले SSP चंडीगढ़ को इजाजत लेनी पैंदी है, फिर जिस सैक्टर में सर सुखपाल सिंह खैरा जी का घर सी उस पुलिस स्टेशन का SHO नूं अरैसट वारंट कचहरी दे विखाने चाहिए ने, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਲੋਕਲ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਫਿਰ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਰੈਸਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ। ਅੱਜ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੈ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਭਰ 'ਚ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਤੀਆਂ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਆਪਣੇ ਇਨਹਿਊਮਨ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਹਿਊਮਨ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਵਾਇਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਅੱਜ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹੀ ਰੰਗ ਆਪਣਾ ਵਿਖਾਇਆ ਜੋ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਜ਼ਿਲ੍ਹਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਸ਼ਹਿਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੇਖਦੇ।
ये पहली बार गिरफ्तारी नहीं हो रही, ये इनके 5वें विधायक जो पूर्व मंत्री गिरफ्तार हुए, पहले के 4 मंत्री इनके गिरफ्तार हुए, इनके उप मुख्यमंत्री शायद आज भी जेल में हैं, OP सोनी। तो निरंतर आम आदमी पार्टी वहां कांग्रेस के जो नेता हैं उनके खिलाफ जो मुकदमे उनको निकाल कर उनको परस्यू कर रही है। अब ये तो राहुल गांधी, खड़गे साहब, सोनिया गांधी ये तय करें कि इन्होंने समझौता रखना उनके साथ, या कैसा समझौता है। यहाँ पर इन्हीं के लोग अरेस्ट किए जा रहे हैं। वहां पर जो इनकी पार्टी के LOP हैं, लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन है बाजवा साहब, वो तो कह रहे हैं कि इस बार 13 सीटों पर हम चुनाव लड़ेंगे और उसके बाद हम सरकार बनाएंगे। 32 विधायक वो कह रहे हैं कि मेरे संपर्क में हैं। तो ये जो मुंबई के अंदर, ये जो बेंगलोर के अंदर, ये जो सिर्फ मुंह दिखाई के लिए, फोटो ऑप के लिए जो काम करते हैं, उसका जमीन पर कहीं कुछ हो नहीं रहा। जमीन पर आपस में लड़ रहे हैं। और ये इंडी लैंड्स इसी प्रकार का है कि वहां बड़े नेता फोटो खिंचवाते रहे, नीचे नेता लड़ते रहे।
खेरा साहब 78 दिन अंदर लगा कर आए और माइंड उनका क्लियर है कि हमने जब कोई गुनाह ही नहीं किया तो हमारे ऊपर किसी प्रकार का कुछ हो नहीं सकता। हाँ, ये जो वेंडेटा पॉलिटिक्स है, कुछ दिनों की परेशानी है, वो तो रहेगी, लेकिन अल्टीमेटली फैमिली को भी पता है और जनता को भी पता है कि खैरा साहब इसमें पाक साफ होकर बाहर निकलेंगे। और जो इसका केस है, मैं आपको थोड़ा बताना चाहूंगा कि व्हाट इज दिस केस। मार्च 2015 में FIR नंबर 35 PS सदर जलालाबाद NDPS एक्ट अगेंस्ट 10 लोगों के खिलाफ हुई थी। ये 10 लोगों के खिलाफ 2015 में एक FIR हुई थी, FIR नंबर 35। उसमें खैरा साहब का कहीं पर नाम नहीं था।
So the arrest of Khera has sparked a new political controversy in Punjab. The Congress is making allegations against the Maan Sarkar and saying that it's a vendetta politics, while BJP is questioning Congress why they are with Aam Aadmi Party in centre in India alliance, while they are fighting in the state and making allegations of vendetta politics against the Aam Aadmi Party government. Moving to the next story, the Ministry of Home Affairs has transferred senior IPS officer Rakesh Balwal to Manipur. Officials in Manipur said Balwal is yet to be assigned a post in the state. Balwal is a 2012 batch IPS officer of Manipur cadre, was earlier on deputation to National Investigation Agency, after which he was transferred to the AGMUT cadre in 2021 and assigned to the Jammu and Kashmir Police. In Srinagar, he was posted as a Srinagar Senior Superintendent of Police of the district since December 2021. Coming to the Bengaluru traffic story. Yes, Bengaluru faced a massive traffic on Wednesday with vehicles stuck on the roads for hours, many of which faced breakdowns. The outer ring road area of the city was worst hit as people complained that they had been stuck there for over 5 hours. The development came a day after the Bengaluru Bandh called by Karnataka Jal Sanrakshana Samiti, an umbrella outfit of farmers and Kannada organizations. Many people are heading out of the city due to a long 5-day weekend starting from today. Eid Miladul Nabi, which is a gazetted holiday, will be celebrated today. Tomorrow, on September 29, the city will be shut as protesters call for Karnataka Bandh over Kaveri water dispute, followed by Saturday and Sunday. October 2nd, Mahatma Gandhi's birthday anniversary, is also a national holiday. The Joint Commissioner Traffic Police Bengaluru said in a statement that there was unprecedented traffic on Wednesday evening on the outer ring road and surrounding areas. That's why this situation took place. So people stuck there for more than 5 hours, and it was a difficult situation in the outer ring road. Most of the people were going for a long holiday, but they're stuck in a heavy traffic. Next story coming in from Moradabad. A woman had placed rupees 18 lakh in a Bank of Baroda locker at the Ashiana branch in Moradabad Civil Lines police station area. When she attempted to access the locker, she was shocked to discover that termites had devoured the entire sum. The remains of the notes devoured by termites were found when the locker was opened. The woman lodged a complaint with the bank and even shared a photo as evidence. The lead bank manager of all banks in Moradabad district bank lead officer Vishal Dikshit explained that they received information about the woman storing rupees 80 lakh in the locker, which was subsequently consumed by termites. The bank is currently investigating the matter in accordance with the banking regulation. It is important to note that keeping money in lockers goes against the banking rules, and this incident is considered accidental. Compensation may be challenging to obtain. Bank officials are conducting a thorough investigation, and further details will emerge once investigation is complete.
के द्वारा सिर्फ इतना ही अभी तक पता चल पाया है कि जैसे वो महिला के काफी पैसे जो है बैंक में रखे गए थे जिनको दीमक ने खा लिया, और यही मैटर मुझे अभी तक पता चल पाया है।
लॉकर में रखे थे?
हाँ, लॉकर में ही थे। रिलेवेबल स्टेप्स जो बैंक के द्वारा लिए गए वो जांच कराया जा रहा है इसके बीच में कि भाई क्या वजह हो सकती है वो दीमक की। और रही बात इसकी जो लॉकर पॉलिसी है जनरली जो बैंक्स में आमतौर पर है वो यही है कि अगर इन केस ऑफ नेचुरल कैलेमिटी में जो है बैंकर्स जो है उसमें कंपनसेशन के लिए मतलब बाध्य है उसको देने के लिए। अदरवाइज ये एक तरीके से एक्सीडेंटल इंसिडेंट है, तो इसके लिए जहाँ तक बैंक्स का सवाल है तो इस तरह का मेरे संज्ञान में इस तरह का भी कोई नहीं है, तो इस वजह से अभी जांच इसमें ब्रांच के या बैंक के लेवल पे की जा रही है, ऐसा मेरी नॉलेज में है।
Moving to the next story, the Bharatiya Janata Party has assigned Lok Sabha MP Ramesh Bidhuri as the election in charge for Rajasthan Tonk district. This appointment comes shortly after Bidhuri made controversial remarks targeting a Muslim legislator in parliament during a debate on India's Chandrayaan-3 lunar mission's success. Opposition leaders said giving responsibility of election in charge amid the storm over his comments on Danish Ali only shows Bidhuri is being rewarded for his action. How does show-caused person be given new role by BJP? With the Gurjar community present in large number in the district, which has 4 assembly seats, including the one held by senior Congress leader Sachin Pilot. The BJP believes Bidhuri can help it swing the votes, as he is also from the same caste. So this is all for now. Keep watching News 9 Live.
Mr. Murthy, 25% of our population is below the age of 15. How do we make them involved in this growth story?